All right, what's going on, Guardians? We are going to talk about the Guardian Games weapons that you can get. If you have your vault that's full of these things because you've been grinding and you just don't know which ones to keep, or if you just started getting into Guardian Games, you're trying to figure out which ones to get, I'm going to help you out. I've been playing with these, testing them out. So I want to let you know what I think are going to be the best roles, best utilizations and stuff for them. So let's start off. We got the Triple Laureate Hand Cannon. This is a Spreadshot, so it's like a shotgun hand cannon. If you never use these things are really good in PvP, and they aren't bad in PvE either. But they were around PvP like crazy when they first came out because they're just really good. But yeah, let's go over the roles and stuff but this one actually has a great combination, especially if you like to run Stasis. So let's go over it. And this is like right here is like the god role for me. With Crystalline, Corpse of Bloom, and Chaos Reshaped. You do have like the rifles, but I think with just like these things, I definitely would try to go for like handling. And then obviously with the magazine, like try to get like stuff that gives you increased magazine size. So you got a pendant mag, tactical gives you a little bit increased. You have extended mag, stuff like that, just going to give you higher magazine size. But then yeah, so Crystalline, Corpse of Bloom, Chaos Reshaped. If you know what Chaos Reshaped is, or well, Corpse of Bloom, it makes a stasis crystal after you get kill on an enemy. And then Chaos Reshaped, when you're in combat for 11 seconds, you get a 20% damage buff. And then when you're in combat for 22 seconds, you get a 35% damage buff. And then when you get kills with it, it does heal you. So this is a great perk. This used to be, I believe, just a raid perk, but then they brought it into normal stuff. It is a great perk to use. So let me just show you how it's used. Whatever, and just kind of give you a little see. So you got that crystals will pop up almost every time, and it one shots the crystals, which is really nice. And then if you pair it with stasis, you can make the explosion bigger, and it's really good for ad clear. And as well as I'm getting my frost armor and stuff like that for damage reduction. It's just a great combination. And like right now, I haven't been in combat that long, and it doesn't seem, and I've already have Chaos Reshaped too, so I'm getting that 35% damage buff, just like that. It's pretty simple, really fun hand cannon to use. You definitely can get a PvP roll. They have like slide shot. Like for me, I do love to get in with my Titan and use my melee. Like I love to punch. So having this have 1-2 punch and trench barrel is just nice to get that extra. Like once you get a melee, you turn, the gun has extra damage to it. As well as if you get a shot first and then you go in with your melee, vice versa. You can definitely play around with it. There's definitely a couple roles. They do have rangefinder. I'm not quite sure how well that works. So I think slide shot, just to give you a little more range, as well as try and 1-2 punch. I mean, you do have Chaos Reshaped as well as Master of Arms that you can use to get extra damage on your weapons. I doubt you'll ever want to use kill clip. You have to reload. These things are really slow to reload. So definitely has some unique roles for PvP. That I would definitely recommend trying out. It is fun to use in PvP, but for PvE, this one is where this one's going to shine with these two perks. I definitely recommend going for. Next, we got the Beacon Fusion Rifle. This one also comes with a combination. I don't think you've really seen on any fusion rifles. You have rewind rounds, which I don't think another fusion rifle really has. I could be wrong, but combined with controlled burst. And so controlled burst, landing every shot in a burst, increases this weapon damage and reduces the charge time for improved duration. For your battery, you want to make sure you have accelerated coils because it helps your charge time too. And then everything here, just charge time, because the faster your charge time, the higher your DPS will be. But what's nice about rewind rounds is you don't have to reload. So let's get this big guy out here. I'll just show you real quick. Come here, big boy. I'm here. There you are. Yeah, so just keep shooting. Like this has like a base of 21. I didn't reload, but you just can keep going into them. See this. It's just reloading itself. You never have to reload it. You can just keep reloading, doing that. It's really nice for boss damage as well as just like tank your enemies. So this is a great roll. I definitely recommend getting this combination. It also does have bait and switch. If you do like to do bait and switch, the bait and switch roll, I think, does slightly more damage for a full magazine, but obviously it takes more to proc because you have to go through your other two weapons. So this combination is just a lot easier to deal with. And it doesn't do much less damage. So I think I'd rewind rounds with controlled burst is the best way to go. You can get reservoir burst that's good for like ad clear and stuff like that, but the majority of people like to use that for like tankier enemies and stuff like that. So that's the beacon. I don't know about PvP on how well this is. I don't really use fusion rifles for PvP myself, but I know it does have stuff like Lone Wolf and oh, what was it, closing time and stuff like that. I'm not sure how well those would work for this, but if you do try this, if there's anybody that has played with this in PvP and has a role that you'd recommend, please put it down below. That would be awesome. And if you have any roles of any of these weapons that you are liking and you would recommend to somebody, please put them in the comments down below, because we might have different play styles. There might be some good ones that I'm not thinking about that you might know of. And so, all right, last but not least, let's move to the Keraunios. This is a weapon that they brought back, but they did give us some new perks. That you definitely, this thing has a lot of good perks. Honestly, all these are really good perks, just depending on your builds. But I definitely would recommend, though I think is one of the best god rolls, is shoot to loot with chain reaction, because one of the problems with trace rifles and these type of things is they are special, and so trying to make sure you constantly have ammo for them, especially if you're going to use them as your primary, you're going to be going through ammo like crazy. So having shoot to loot with chain reaction, which chain reaction will proc shoot to loot, if you did not know that. So let's get the smaller enemies out, get some ammo in it so I can shoot. But we'll just go over here. Watch this. See this enemy right here that's right next to this block? I don't have to shoot the block. I just shoot the enemy. It explodes, and look, like right there, it already picked up the block for me. So you don't have, it takes away having to think about ammo and stuff like that. Obviously, if there is a box and stuff like that that's away from enemies, you don't have enemies nearby, you can still shoot it, right? So that's definitely the best role, I think, for the Chronios. But a second perk that I definitely would recommend is Detonator Beam. That is a really good perk for boss damage. So, like, this one's good for ad clear. This one's good for tankier enemies and stuff like that. As long as you're on a target, it causes those explosions that cause more damage. And then you do have like rewind rounds. Like this supercharged one is also a good one. If you're amplified, it just puts more ammo into the magazine, stuff like that. So this honestly has a lot of good perks. But I definitely recommend these 3 perks is got to be your goal. And then having like right now, this right now is a great role just to have for me. It has a lot of good perks that I can use for different builds. Because like this is Rolling Storm's good for bolt charge. This one, there is another one that you can have. I can't remember the name of it, but in this column that actually helps increase bolt charges as well. So there's a lot of good rolls for this one, but definitely god roll will be these ones right here. Anyway, that is it. I hope this helped you a lot. I hope you're having fun playing Guardian games and still playing the game. I am. So please drop a like and a follow. I will be trying to make as much content I can. And I am loving this game still. So I will talk to you later, Guardians. Have a good day.